I've audited over 50 cleaning company Google business profiles over the last few months. And in today's video, I want to take you through what separates those that are getting ranked to the top of the map section versus those that are getting no visibility. So why is it so important? Well, if someone is going to Google searching for cleaning services, over 50% of all those people that are searching will end up clicking on one of the 3 companies listed in the Google Maps section. So it is basically the case that those 3 companies are getting the lion's share of all those people looking for cleaning services, whilst those that are getting no visibility are fighting over the scraps. And in today's world of AI, getting a good local SEO strategy in place will also help you to come up in searches on ChatGPT and Claude and other AI tools as well. So if you guys are interested in me taking a quick look at your website and doing a quick audit, I'll leave a link in the description to my website, Project 83, and you can book in an audit there. So let's dive straight in. So first of all, the way that I'm looking at how companies are ranking versus the others is through something called a heat map software. And what heat map software does is that for any given keyword, it looks where your company is ranking in that specific part of the town or the city or the neighborhood that you're based. And generally, where your company is based in the middle with your main address, you'll get better rankings, and as you go away from that address, it slowly tapers off. So in today's video, I want to take you through the 5 key things that I see from those companies that are ranking at the top versus those that are getting no visibility. So first of all, your address needs to be visible on your Google business profile. So when you set up a Google business profile, Google allows you to set up either as an address being visible on your profile or a service area business where your address isn't visible. So with the service area businesses, you identify a particular area where you cover, whereas the visible address will pick up the address that you used to verify your Google business profile at the beginning. And with lots of house cleaning businesses out there, most of them are using their own home address. So in theory, it makes sense to set up as a service area business. People aren't coming to your home address. Clients aren't coming home to your home address because they're getting their properties cleaned. Cleaners aren't coming to your home address either. So most people think it doesn't make sense to have your home address. And that really, it makes perfect sense. But from what I've seen with all the clients that I work with and all the companies that I've audited, is having a visible address is far easier to rank for those important keywords, even if it's a home address, versus having a service area business. So I would make sure that when you are setting up a Google business profile, or maybe you already have one in place, that you certainly want to switch from a service area business to a visible address business. This will become more important if you are in any of the competitive locations, certainly any of the bigger cities across the country. So on a related note, as I said, most companies out there are still using their home address for their Google verification. But if you're getting started or really thinking about building this business long term, I would highly recommend looking to get a lease for a separate commercial space, a separate office space. Google will rank these commercial spaces above another cleaning company with a home address. They well know which profiles are linked to a home address and which are linked to a commercial address. So, you don't need to be spending thousands of dollars on an expensive office lease each month. You can find, one for, $500 or less a month, across the country. It doesn't need to be a big glitzy office. It could be a small storage space. But what is important is that it is only your company listed at that address. Stay away from virtual offices, stay away from WeWorks. Google will bring your profiles down. They'll penalize or suspend your profiles. So the safest thing to do long term is to get a separate space. And what I tell all my clients is that, once you are ranking in Google Maps, the additional leads and the additional clients that you're getting will more than make up for that $500 a month that you need to pay for your office lease. So just think about that $500 as part of your overall marketing spend. Number two is then, having the wrong category on your Google business profile. So Google allows you to identify primary and secondary categories for your company. And, if, in our industry, you generally have house cleaning businesses or janitorial businesses. You get lots of companies that do both, but Google only allows you to set a single primary category. So if you're doing both, you need to figure out, okay, out of your business, what's more important, house cleaning or janitorial service? And long term, what is where do you see the business growing? So that should be where your primary category is set. And then your secondary category, if you're doing both, would be the other one. So let's say you get the lion's share of your revenue from house cleaning, but you also do janitorial. You would set your janitorial service as your secondary category. So there's no office cleaning category, there's no commercial cleaning category. It gets all lumped under janitorial services. And make sure that your category is correct. I did an audit of a company the other day where they had the cleaners category set in their Google business profile, and this often gets confused with dry cleaning companies. So if you are a cleaning company and your category is dry cleaner or cleaners, funnily enough, you're not going to get ranked very well for keywords like house cleaners near me or maid service near me. So make sure that your primary category and your secondary category is set up correctly. The other thing that you can be doing here is when you do a Google search, have a look at what companies are coming up in those three listings in the Google Maps, and have a look at what their primary and secondary categories are set to. 9 times out of 10, you want to be going for those categories as well. So this is something you definitely want to be double checking when you're setting up your Google business profile. And then point 3 is not filling out your Google business profile fields. So the Google profile has lots of fields. You've got a description field, you've got a section to upload photos and videos, you've got opening hours, you've got special hours, you've got services, you've got products. And generally you want to try to fill out your profile as much as possible. Don't leave any fields empty. Make sure that you've got more than a handful of words in your description, for example. That's something so obvious and easy. For that description, you want to make sure that you talk about all the different services that you offer and the service specialisms as well. So if you're doing house cleaning, but you do move out cleaning and you do post-construction cleaning, you need to make sure that in your description you talk about house cleaning, but also you talk about move out cleaning and post-construction cleaning and deep cleaning. And you also want to make sure that you mention the main areas that you cover, the main city, the main towns, the main neighborhoods that you cover, and make sure that you fill out the profile as much as possible. So if it gives you 500 characters to fill out, make sure you try and fill it out. Don't simply put 50 characters, for example. On the photos and videos side, try and fill as many photos and videos in there as you can. Non-stock photos are obviously the preference here. Google knows when you upload a photo, if it's a stock photo or a non-stock photo. It can also look at your IP, the geotags on the photo. So if you have a picture of some of your cleaners cleaning at a particular property, Google can see from that IP address, that location, where that is that photo has been taken. So that will also help boost your Google business profile rankings as well. So try to continually add new photos and new videos each week if you can. Linked to that is your Google posts. So Google allows you to publish a post. It can be daily, it can be weekly. Generally with our cleaners, we'll do a weekly post. And if this is just like a social post, really, one day you might give a tip for cleaning as we go into the spring cleaning season. Another week you might give a coupon code. The week after that you might get put forward a testimonial for one of your clients. So what this is doing is it is showing Google that your profile is active. If you're adding new images all the time, and if you're publishing weekly posts, this shows that your profile is up to date, you're engaged, it shows that you're open for business. So Google likes activity and profile. So if you're doing this, this will also help with your rankings as well. And then the final thing to talk about in your Google Business Profile is there is a section on the profile called services, and many people leave this empty. So when I set up these Google Business Profiles for my clients, we need to make sure that all the different sub-services that we provide within our cleaning businesses are listed there, descriptions added. So as I said, the primary categories, the categories in Google at the moment, basically house cleaning and janitorial service. So there's no move out cleaning, there's no post construction cleaning, there's no deep cleaning. So any services that you don't that you provide but aren't included in house cleaning or janitorial service, you want to add as separate services on your Google Business Profile. So you could have a move out cleaning, you could have a deep cleaning, post construction cleaning. Within janitorial services, you might have a commercial cleaning service, office cleaning service, restaurant cleaning service. So the reason why this is important is that if someone goes to Google and types in, say, office cleaning near me, if you have office cleaning as an individual service, and then Google goes to your website and checks your website and you're talking about office cleaning as well, your rankings within the Google Map Pack will be higher for office cleaning than if you didn't. So set up all your main services within your Google Business Profile and link to that. Make sure that you reflect that information on your website. And this is what point 4 is all about. So point 4 is getting your website architecture set up correctly as well. So when I talk about this, all your different services that you provide should have individual pages on your website. So it could be deborahscleaningcompany.com is your main homepage. But if you offer office cleaning, you should create an individual page, deborahscleaningcompany.com/office cleaning. If you provide deep cleaning, another page /deep cleaning, another page for move out cleaning, etc. It is no longer sufficient just to have a home page where you list move out cleaning and deep cleaning and office cleaning on your home page and not go into sufficient depth. So you need to make sure that on your website you have individual pages for all your services, and these need to perfectly reflect the services that you have set up in your Google Business Profile. Because if Google sees any ambiguity, if you say, for example, list office cleaning on your Google Business Profile as a service, but there is no page on your website talking about office cleaning, your rankings aren't going to be as high. So we want to make sure that the services that you set out on your Google profile perfectly reflect those on your website. Then the other thing to talk about here is having individual pages for all your key locations. So depending on where you're based, you probably provide services across different cities, different neighborhoods, different towns. So all those primary areas, you want to have individual location pages for you. So, if you offer cleaning in a particular neighborhood, you want on that page, you want to talk about all your different cleaning services that you provide, but have a strong focus on the neighborhood. So embed a Google map of that area. If you've got clients there, embed those testimonials from those clients. Talk about specific areas. Maybe in a specific city there's more office cleaning that's done, or maybe there's some bigger houses, or maybe some lakeside houses. You want to make sure that all those location pages are individual to that city or that town or that neighborhood that you serve. So make sure that your website is big in terms of service pages and location pages. Make sure there's plenty of content, and this will really set you apart from the vast majority of cleaning companies out there. And then point 5 is your ratings and reviews. So, this is extremely important. We need to think both about the volume of reviews, but also the velocity. So how frequently they're coming in. So if you had 2 companies, each with 50 reviews, one where 50 reviews came 6 months ago, and then another one where they've been getting 10 reviews for the last 5 months, Google would generally rank that company with the more recent reviews higher than the one without any more recent reviews. So we need to make sure that we are prioritizing getting reviews from our clients every single day. The simple way to do this is by using, scheduling software like ZenMaid or Booking Koala that send out automated messages to clients after the cleanings, so they can send an automated email or send an automated text message, and you can include a link to your Google business profile. So this is a good automated way to continue to get reviews. The other thing I like to do is basically get our VAs to call up new clients. And you know, you've got your automation in the background, but calling up a client, you know, and taking the time to see how they got on will really set you apart, because most cleaning companies out there won't bother. They won't bother even getting feedback most of the time. So if a new client sees that they've received a call from you, wanted to find out what went well, what you can improve on, that is just going to really help. You know, you'll find that many one-time clients might go ahead and book recurring service, or you get a new recurring client that suddenly feels that you know, there's great customer service in the business. They're really happy. They really want to go ahead, and they'll continue to stay with you, paying you money over time as well. So ratings and reviews and feedback are a critical part of your business, but what this will do is that it will just turbocharge your Google business profile. You know, you can have a great website architecture, you can have out your Google business profile, all your fields filled out, all your non-stop photos, your weekly posts, but if you've got two companies, one with more reviews than the other, Google will generally prefer the company with more reviews. So this is really your moat. This is something that is very defensible against all these other cleaning companies. You know, they can compete on price, but if you've got a lot more reviews, you can set higher prices, you can generate more profit margin, and ultimately you can reinvest and grow your cleaning company quicker. So in this next video, I'm going to go into the step-by-step process about getting your local SEO strategy set up correctly. You know, I've talked about 5 things here that I see with those that are performing best and getting the best rankings. But in this next video, I'm going to go through the step-by-step process, go into a bit more detail, a bit more depth to make sure that you're getting set up correctly to begin with. So I'll see you on the next one.